I've been so busy trying to finish Project Cannibal and building the car for the Barrie Demolition Derby that I've actually forgot about a derby that is coming up. My friends just told me that it's this Friday. Today is Sunday. And I have a whole bunch of plans this Sunday. Oh, look at the bunnies. Look at the bunnies. Oh my God. Ah! Let's see how close I can get to them. Getting closer. And they're gone. Look at them go. Oh, whatever. Nice to meet you, bunny. Anyway. My friends told me this Friday is the Mount Forest Demolition Derby. Now, something tells me that I know I have 6 days, but the problem is that I'm really busy today with other things, and I am working 10s all week, which means I start work at 7, I get off at 5 plus an hour drive, so that puts me home around 6:15. Oh. Anyway, it looks like I have to start working on this car. Now, a lot of you guys remember Project Heart Attack as a car I bought a long time ago, and the motor didn't really work out very well, so I ended up putting a new body motor into it. Now, I don't even know what state I've left this car in. Okay, so by the looks of it, it needs a battery, it needs a gas tank, but it has the fuel line, so that's a little bit of a plus. It's got a shifter. Did I leave the computer in it or not? I know that it needs a bumper, but I have a bumper that I was given by a fan, so I know what bumper is going to be put onto this. This car has not been moved since what, January, February, something like that? Oh, it still has the computer in it. Just needs a harness brought to it, so it still has a computer in it. Need to put a battery. Need to put a gas tank. This shouldn't be too much. And then I need to put a bumper on. You know what? I think I can pound this thing out in a night. I don't mean to sound cocky by saying that, but I think that it is not going to take that much work. Oh, frig! It needs an axle. Oh, are these new body axles or these old body axles? I'm not sure. It needs an axle. I forgot about that. Oh, so much for pounding this thing out in one night. Well, I guess let's get a car over here, put this thing to neutral, and try to get out of this corner so I can start putting stuff onto it. Well, now I got this thing pulled out. You can take a little bit better of a look at it. Realistically, the back end came in pretty nice. I should have used the back end a little bit more at the demolition derby, but I don't know. I just really love shoving that front end into stuff. Doors made out okay. Nothing's come into the gas tank protector yet, but the floors have started to kind of buckle in the middle. So that means the back end of this car is probably going to blow away pretty soon. As soon as the door seams go, you're done. Now when it comes down underneath here, subframe is starting to go, but the frame is garbage. Garbage. So we got to put a bumper on, put an axle in. This frame is complete garbage. It's folded up on itself. It started splitting apart. I'm going to try to pull that back in. The whole side of the frame blew out. The passenger side's not as bad as the driver's side. As you can see, kind of only disintegrated in the front 6 inches. So we can easily fix that. Subframe's still good on passenger side. But the driver's side of these old bodies is where I've been having the issues. But took some nasty hits over here on this side, that's for sure. Look how far in this door is. I bet you that door is almost 1 foot in from the edge of that tire. So here's the game plan. I have about an hour before I have to go and start getting ready to do all my stuff today. We're going to take the battery out of this car, the fuel tank out of this car, but leave the fuel lines. Yeah, leave the fuel lines. We're going to take this car apart and put in that car. And then, here's where the crazy stuff has to happen. This is a new body car with old body axles. Now, if you guys know, 92 to 96 axles are different than 97 to 99 axles. And the reason for that is they both go into the transmission just fine, but where they go into the cup that goes into the transmission is different. So what I have to do is, because the passenger side is a cup that goes as part of the motor mount, I'm going to take out the driver axle, put it on the passenger side, remove the cup from the transmission, because removing the cup from the driver's side is much easier than removing the cup from the passenger side. And then I'll remove the whole axle from this, cup, axle, spindle, everything out of this driver's side, and put it into this driver's side. So I'll be a new body motor, running a new body transmission, running an old body passenger axle, and a new body driver axle. Are you guys confused? I am a little confused. That's a lot of old body and new body parts interchanging. But it's going to be a little bit of work, but we have 5 days to get this thing ready. It shouldn't be that difficult. Oh, I do want to tell you about the bumper that I've chosen to run on this car. Now, the rules for this demolition derby, where this is going, is rebars only. And what that means is you can't have a 2-piece chrome bumper with a backing. So, for example, this is a chrome bumper with a backing. Even though it's aluminum, I can't run it. This is a rebar. That is a backing. This is a chrome backing with a chrome fronting with a steel backing. Chrome with backing. These are all my kind of full-size bumpers that are 2 pieces. The rule is rebar is a 1-piece bumper. Now I have a couple options. I could run a Mazda 3 bumper, but with how bad the frame rails are, I don't really think a Mazda 3 bumper is going to help it hold together very good. I have a front off like a 97 Caravan that I think might be half decent, but I had one of my buddies, actually hold on before I explain the bumper, this is off a 99 or 2000 Hyundai Sonata or Santa Fe. Not really sure how that thing's going to hold up. I think it's just going to buckle. But I had one of my viewers contact me and tell me he has a bumper that he wants to see me try, and I figured it'd work. This is a bumper off a 2007 Dodge Magnum. Now this shares the chassis with the Chrysler 300 and the Dodge Charger, but this is the bumper I'll be putting onto the front of this car. I've never ran one. I've never seen one run. First impression is it's got a bit of weight to it. It feels pretty good. I'm gonna have to try it out and see how it goes. But that's my plan for the bumper on the front of this car. So everybody, welcome Project Nukem back to the shop. The build's gonna be quite short on it, but I appreciate you guys coming back and taking a look, and I bet you this car is pretty happy to see you guys again. It's kind of been forgotten in the backyard over there where the Luminous Park now, but Project Heart Attack is back and it's going to make a comeback. I'd really like to see this car junked. Mount Forest is not really known to be a hard-hitting derby because of how muddy it is. The rules with Mount Forest, basically if you stay moving, you win. Last year I went there with the HHR and got stuck. This year I am not planning to get stuck. I'm going to make sure there's lots of clearance for all my tires. I'm going to run big enough tires that I have clearance from the ground so I don't bottom out. That is something we're going to address in the building. And that'll be the next video. So everybody, thanks for coming back and welcome Project Heart Attack back. See you guys back here tomorrow. Take care.